So you're looking for a membership platform that you can use for your business. In this video, I'm going to compare the most popular ones, and there's the Skool with Circle, with MightyNetworks, with Kajabi, with Teachable, and even with Discord. And I'm going to share with you what are the main differences so you know which one is the best for you. And I'm curious, share me down below in the comments which one of these membership platforms you like the most. And let's go for the first one, and that's the Skool. And of course, you can have all the links for these platforms down below in the description to try them out. Now for me, the Skool platform is such an interesting thing, and here's why. It's one of the most simplest membership and course builders right now on the market. I believe in that. Also, you don't have any distractions at all, and it's clean. So it's easy to use it and beginners friendly. Now let me show you how we can use it and what are the pros and cons I personally see. So how Skool works. With Skool, you're gonna have posts like what you have on Facebook. Then you're gonna have the, I would say, like categories here, that how I use Skool or user feedback or product questions. So let's say when I'm building right now my YouTube and I'm slowly preparing it, you're gonna have here, like, let's say YouTube creation, YouTube monetization, YouTube tips and tricks, YouTube strategies. So these are the categories that people are going to write posts on. Now I can write a title, write something here and add a video, or even add like a poll here. Now the one disadvantage Skool has is that it doesn't have a group chat. This is a feature that is missing, and I hope in the future they will bring it. But a huge thing and great thing about Skool is that Skool provides a lot of updates. They have new the apps. They right now did the membership, so you can have like paid community, which is again a great thing. So that's about the community part. Then you can have the classroom in which you can have your own courses. So when I'm going to click here and I'm going to click here classroom, I can add a new course, or like this one here, and you can have the set and you can have module. Here in a module, you can, let's say, edit it, and you can add a video. But again, another disadvantage that with Skool, you can't right now upload the videos. You need to link it from Vimeo, or you need to like link it from YouTube. Then what you can do is to simply add a text here, and if you want to, you can add a code block, or you can have like a text, all of that right here. You can add a link or even an image. So that's how it works. Then you can have a calendar where you're gonna find the option to have a weekly calls, or just calls with your members. Then you can have the members, and then you can have like the leaderboards. The leaderboards is the way how like a person can get more levels to unlock something. This is something many platforms don't have, and you can have like a leaderboard here, 7 days, 30 day, and all time. So this is a great thing. So you can increase engagement this way. When you're gonna have for like level 3, you can have a new course open. For level 7, you can have one-to-one consultation with you, and all of that you can set up right here. Now, Skool pricing plans, you can have $99 a month for one group, all features, unlimited courses, unlimited members. And if you would like to have another group, you need to pay another $99 a month. So that's how Skool works. See, under 3 minutes, you understand it all. And it's super simple, super effective, and clean. So for me, Skool is a top notch, and I have my own group. If you're interested to, if you want to learn how you can grow your own YouTube channel, you're gonna find a link down below in the description too, that you can join to sell more courses, to grow a community, and I'm going to give you the tips, strategies, all of that right there. And I'm so excited. It will be a pleasure to have you there, right? So Skool, for me, 9 out of 10. The one thing that is missing is that you don't have the group chat, and then you can't upload videos. You have to link them. Other than that, even the community is amazing. People are active here. You can ask questions, you can get answer, and they're always improving the platform. So recommend it. And now comes the MightyNetworks. For me, MightyNetworks is a great platform too. The learning curve is a little bit higher, but you're gonna find more features comparing to Skool. And I definitely recommend, guys, listen to your own intuition. If you feel the Skool is right for you, use the Skool. If you feel the MightyNetworks is for you, or like other platforms that I'm going to talk about, use those platforms. Just listen something here that is telling you what you should do. Now, when you come here to the MightyNetworks pricing plan, what I like is that you're gonna have like 2 plans here. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive comparing to Skool, but here you're gonna have like a community. So let's say that you're not desiring to have a courses, you don't want to sell courses, you can use the MightyNetworks community plan, which is much cheaper. Or you can have the business where you're gonna have like everything. And you're gonna have the online courses, cohort course creation. I'm going to show you what you're gonna find here. Now with MightyNetworks, how does it work is that comparing to Skool, where you're just gonna have categories, here you're gonna have collection and spaces. So how does it work is, let's say that you're gonna have you have a marketing community, and you want to have a collection of YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And then in each of those collections, you can have spaces. That's how it works. Here I have YouTube collection, and let's say I'm going to have also like a TikTok collection. And in those, I'm going to have a TikTok news, TikTok course, TikTok whatever, TikTok group chat, and here YouTube chat, YouTube course. So you see, you have like, you don't have to like two separate groups like you would Skool and pay more money. Here you can have a one group which is going to be like selected into multiple collections. I hope you get it. Now, how does it work? So same as with Skool, you're gonna have share what's on your mind. This is like the post, just like Facebook groups. Hi there. What you can do, but with the MightyNetworks, you can create a poll. So not only you're gonna have multiple choice, here you're gonna have hot and cold percentage. I hope I can show right now how it looks like. This is like the community, and look at this. This is like the percentage, then okay, and hot and cold. So this is something that you don't have like the hot and cold with Skool. Then you're gonna have a welcome page. This is something that you can do as in about page for Skool, but you see that the whole interface is different comparing to Skool. Now, when I go further, you can have also YouTube chat, or let's say like the group chat option. This is something that you don't have at Skool at all. So I'm going to write here 123 123, and someone can come here and again, thanks. And people can write with each other. Another great thing about MightyNetworks is that with MightyNetworks, you can do a great, amazing thing. And you know what it is? You can even add and create your own like space with multiple things in it. I know it sounds strange, but let's say that you need to use it. So you're gonna build your own, whatever, and I'm going to show you how this will work. You can have a chat, feed, members, highlight, or then you can add events, discovery, table of contents page. So you can have like a multiple, even if your space, you can have multiple tabs. So again, great thing. Now, as you can see, the features wise, it's great, but the learning curve is a little bit more difficult, but still good. Then you can create two type of courses. The first one is where you're gonna find the course in which people can post about the course. So like the discussion, this is great thing too. So here you can have, let's say, course materials, and you're gonna find like the course community where people can post here about the specific course. Then you're gonna have the normal course in which you're gonna have just the course material and members. Another great thing about MightyNetworks is when you come here, you're gonna find the members and discover. This is what I wanted to show you. In here, you're gonna find stuff like featured, top posts, upcoming events, top members, like just like a way how people can again have like leaderboards of the top posts in the community. Then when you have the normal course, I'm going to show you how it looks like. You can create here and you can create a quiz. You can right now create like, you can have like action points for Skool, but you can really do a quiz like this here. So I'm going to create a lesson. And how does it work? This is similar to Notion a little bit. So I'm going to write here a lesson, okay, and I can edit the lesson, and I can click plus here, and let's say I'm going to add a YouTube video, and lesson is going to be how to add video on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to copy it, and let's say I'm going to add photo video. So if you want to, you can upload it, or what I can do, I can add a video link, and I can add a standard, or like this. And look at this, I have it right here. Then I can click plus here, and I can add a photo image. I can have empt or divider line, all of that right here. Now, a great thing about MightyNetworks is, you know what? Is that with MightyNetworks, you can click here to settings, set up the payments, space plans. I can create a plan, and I can create a plan for the whole community, or I can create a plan for the specific spaces. This is something that you don't have at all with Skool. With Skool, you don't have option to have a paid way how to have courses. What you need to do is to work around it. So you have to like fry card or some landing page on which you person can buy it, and then they will have access to it in Skool. But again, if you're not going to have automated, it can take a lot of time. Here, a person is going to buy it straight away. You can just add a space. So let's say this is going to be for the course for others. And I can just like next gates. Okay, payments, configure. and you can have pricing type right here. And you can do it right here. So that's something great in my opinion. Then when you're going to go further, you're going to have the events. This is the same thing that you can do with Skool, but I can go live. This is something that you can do with Skool, but you can create an event right here. Same thing when I would go to Skool. Let me show you. And I go to calendar. I can click plus here and add an event. Simple and effective. Now with MightyNetworks, you can go also live. So that's a great thing. And then you can even create your own page. This is something like about page, which you have on Skool. I will show you like this here. That you can like add a video and add a text. What is your page about? And it will be like invitation for the person to come to your community and join it. Now that's pretty much it about the MightyNetworks. It's still amazing platform. I recommend it also. The learning curve is a little bit higher. Maybe you're not going to like the interface. That's up to you. But for me still, this is like solid 9 out of 10. And I love it. I don't really can say like, okay, you shouldn't use it, because it feels good and it's fast and it's quick and support is great too. Now let's go for the next one, and that's Circle.so. And now comes the Circle.so. Circle.so is a little bit similar to MightyNetworks. It's completely different comparing to Skool, and I'm going to show you right now how does it work, and pros and cons of course. So with the Circle, you're gonna have the free plans right here, and for the most people, the $99 a month is going to be sufficient and enough. Now comparing to MightyNetworks, it's similar. Even comparing to Skool, pricing plan is similar. Features wise, you get more features comparing to Skool, but the learning curve is again higher, and maybe you're gonna like Skool more. So here, how does it work? Here you're gonna have space groups and then spaces in it. With the space group, again, like let's say YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, you can create a specific spaces. When I click plus here, the one great thing about Circle is that how many space types you can choose. Like you can have a post, event, chat, course, or members. You can of course make a paid, like subscription based, or even a paid for your course here directly in your community. So let's say I'm going to have a post, same as in Facebook. Create a first post. Hi there. Hi there. How are you? And you can just like add an image, add a video, all of that right here. And you see you can add the basic. This is similar to Notion. If anyone who just used Notion in the past, they get also plenty of integrations here. So I can publish it. And I can see it right here, and people can reply to it. This is the same thing with Skool. Now you can have events, same thing with MightyNetworks, and same thing with the Skool. I can click here new event, and you can have like if it's repeating location, you can use the Zoom or live stream. Of course, what you can do is you can also live stream with Circle, same as with MightyNetworks. That's something that you can't do with Skool. And then you can have the chat here. Chat, what I really like about Skool, look at this. The one thing, it's like everything is in details. When you're gonna write here, how are you today, guys? Having the chat option, I can come here and I can reply directly to the specific chat. So let's say, I'm great. What about you? Yeah, I'm great too. So not only you're going to have replies on a post like you have with MightyNetworks or you have with a Skool, here you're going to have the chat option, the group chat option, people can chat. And even in the group chat option, you have option to reply. God damn. That's like, it's a small thing, but the small thing can be such a huge thing. That's like the same thing when you're going to go on a date, right? And you're with a woman or with a man. Everything is perfect, but something is missing. Something is lacking. And you're going to be like, yeah, I can do it. Like she's perfect, but no, right? And this is the same thing, the small detail. And this is a huge thing for me. Now, also what I like about Skool, when I'm going to click plus here, look at this, and I want to add a space. Let's say I want to add events. You're going to have option to have plenty of settings for everything. That's something that I personally really like about Circle, how many details you're going to find here. So when I go settings, you can have like open, private, secret, the post space. Then you're going to have the layout. Then you're going to have the images. You're going to have the lock screen. How does it look like if you're going to have it paid? Members and even options here. And you're going to find like plenty of options that you can use for every single space. Huge. Then you're going to have the option to create course also. So yes, I don't think you're going to find the quizzes here. So I'll edit a lesson. Let me show you. Again, I'm going to start at adding a course section, then add a lesson. So let's say the section is going to be YouTube monetization. I can add a lesson and add a section. And then in a section, I'm going to add a lesson, which is going to be YouTube how to add ads. Okay, finished. Edit the lesson. What you can do, you can upload the file. That's something that you can do with Skool. So I'm going to upload it, and I can upload the video, or I can embed it from YouTube via Vimeo. And then what you can do is to click here, and you can have again and edit things like images, files, audio, video, PDF. So you can under it add a text. This is something that you can also do with Skool, and that's something you can do with MightyNetworks. Here, what you can do also next to the general, you can have files. So you can add a file here that is going to be downloadable directly for the specific lesson. But of course, what you can do, you can add it right here too. So you can also view the lesson, and this is how the lesson looks like. And then you can have the comments even directly for the lesson. So for me, the Circle, again, great tool, and I also like that. So then you're gonna have like get started here, where people are gonna like say hello, or resources, or even like here, and that's about it. But now one thing that this doesn't have comparing to MightyNetworks is that you don't really know, maybe there is a way, but I didn't find it, how to create a page like you have with MightyNetworks or About You page. Yes, you can create a post, but the About Us on Skool and even the MightyNetworks to add a page, that's something I didn't find with, like here, welcome, right? This is like the page that you can create with MightyNetworks. With Circle, I don't know where it is, and I couldn't figure it out. Maybe there it is, but MightyNetworks got also options to have a links. This is something that you have also with Skool when you have links right here. So that's a good thing. Now let's go for the next one, and that's Kajabi. Oh boy, oh boy. Kajabi, comparing to all these platforms, to be honest, it's like completely different league. Now let me explain. So with Kajabi, what are you going to find here? First, you're going to have the products. You can have your own coaching here. You can have your own community, your own podcast, your own courses. You don't have any of these platforms the way that you can do coaching. Yes, you can have it like a link there. Yes, you can attach like an empt from Calendly, but it's going to always be a third-party tool that you have to choose. With Kajabi, you're going to have everything all in one platform. Like this is the all-in-one platform. But here comes the but. Yes, with the courses, it's a really simple how you can create a course. The one thing I especially really like is the focus on analytics and the features. So here you can add a quiz, you can add a lesson, you can add a submodule, whatever. When I'm going to have a video right here, what you can do is to even check the video stats, the average engagement, total plays, play rate. Like if you can have big community, having this data is so good. So heads off. Then when I go further, you're going to have options to have downloadable files, and again, and add like formats and all of that you can have like for different platforms. Then you're going to have the coaching, then you're going to have the community. Now community to all of other platforms that I show right now is limited. So yes, when I'm going to edit it, go to community. Here you're going to find this. So let me show you. You're going to have the option to have circles. So that's like the same thing that you have with the Circle.so or with MightyNetworks that you can add here. Then you're going to have the feed here where people can write like which circle you want to choose. You can add files, but again, you don't see the things that you can add to Circle or MightyNetworks or even Skool. You know, like there's those not files, but images, GIFs, pools. You don't see it here. Then you can have the challenges and meetups, and that's it. So yes, it's clean, yes, it's simple, but I don't feel that Kajabi is focusing a lot of attention to the community. Yes, it's built, it's working great, but I like much more. If you want to build a community, I wouldn't go with Kajabi. If you want to all the features and also you want to build like the Kajabi, it's going to be perfect. That you want to build a community, but you want to also use funnels, email marketing, and have everything under one platform, Kajabi can be for you. Now let me explain, go further. So also if you want to do the podcasts, the one thing that Kajabi has over MightyNetworks and Circle and Skool is that you can create and edit amazing website here. So when I'm going to click customize, and you're going to have all these things here that you can have like actual website. You can add a section and you see all these things that you can add here. From hero, from features, from carousel, marketing and events, images, audio, video, offers and pricing, testimonials, socials, custom, all of that you can add to Kajabi. So you see it's like pretty feature heavy, and that's not all. Then when we go further, you can have marketing here. So you can have your own affiliates. You can have your email campaigns here that you can set up. So you can have email campaign that is going to be a sequence, broadcast, or even email that is coming soon. And you're going to have even the templates here. So when I'm going to click continue here, you can have the templates that you can choose. Then you can have even funnels here. So with the funnels, you see that you can, let's say I have the funnel right here. You can have the email sequence, and you see like, goddamn. So we can have a lead magnet. Then you're going to have like all these things here with the email sequence that is like non-existent on Circle, MightyNetworks, and Skool. So Kajabi primarily goal, in my opinion, is not to build a community. It's to create and sell successful products, digital downloads, or even if you want to have a courses. So if you want to focus on that. So I can click product, new product. And let's say I want to have a course in which I'm going to have like something downloadable. That's way it's Kajabi pretty good. And then of course you're gonna have like the analytics, and where you're gonna have like deeper analytics of understanding what is happening. So what about Kajabi? Kajabi for me is amazing platform, but maybe you're not going to need so many things. Maybe it's going to, for me, it's too feature heavy, and I'm not going to use most of the things because I don't like writing newsletter. I don't use any funnels. I don't like editing the website so much. I like simplicity and effectivity, and for me, Kajabi is not effective. But again, it can be for you effective. So think about it. Maybe you will like it, maybe not. And you're gonna have the also free trial here that you can set it up. You can start for free, and on monthly basis, $150 a month, which is the most expensive ones out of all. But again, you can have more features comparing to MightyNetworks, Skool, and also in the Circle. So now let's go for the next one. And I don't want to waste your time, but right now the Teachable, I don't recommend it to use it at all. And here's why. So let me explain. You're gonna have the free account here that you can try. You can be like lure you in, right? But there you're gonna have $1 plus 10% transaction fee, which is crazy. Not only that, you can have only 10 students for the free plan. So you're gonna be like, okay, I need to upgrade. But then on monthly basis, let's say when I compare the monthly plans, you're gonna have 5% transaction fee for $59 a month that you're gonna pay through Teachable. And then you're gonna have the Pro, where you're gonna have most of the things, but then you're gonna have like $159 a month. And for the $160 a month, Teachable needs to provide a lot of value, like a lot of value for this amount of price. Now, let me explain the value Teachable provides. Yes, you can have your products here. So you can have courses. Then you can have coaching and digital downloads. Now, I don't really like the coaching, that's my opinion. I would rather use just Calendly and link it to my website rather than having it here. Then you're gonna have the courses. Yes, you're gonna have certificates. You can have drip like everyone else. And then if you want to, you can even, when I'm going to, let's say, click on my course creation, I can click add content. You can add a video, PDF viewer, resource, quiz, perfect. You can even add like the elements under each other in your course. So you can like move them and first have a video, then resource, then the image. The course creation is perfect and I like it. So you can also upload the video on Teachable. So if you would just focus on the course creation on the Teachable, I would recommend it. But here comes the things that I don't like that much. So the first thing is the emails. Emails, when it's like email marketing, it's bad on Teachable, only because you're not going to find any segments here. So you still have to use a third party. You don't have any templates that you can use for your email on Teachable. So it's just this, and that's it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is site, how we can edit it. So yeah, you can see like, okay, I can edit my website, but comparing to Kajabi where you can have like elements and all of that, look at this. I'm going to edit it here. And I'm going to, let's say, add a new blog. This is it. This is all what you can add to your site. Nothing else. You don't have any templates, like let's say 15, 20 templates that you can use for your website. You don't have it with Teachable. So I'm like, I don't know. To be honest, I don't recommend it at all. Now, when I go further and I talk about Teachable, you don't have any community here. So comparing to even Thinkific, where you can have community, with Circle.so, with Skool, with Kajabi, with also you can have membership site. And yes, you can have also it right here, the way the membership, but when you want to have a community there, which is important in my opinion, you don't really have it here. So you can use communities in Teachable because it's non-existent feature in Teachable, and you're gonna pay $159 or whatever price for not a good website builder. Yes, you can have the course creation, but course creation you're gonna have everywhere. So you're gonna have it for Skool, you're gonna have it for Kajabi, you're gonna have it for MightyNetworks on Circle, and those options are a million times better comparing to even how it's called, Teachable. So you could do a one thing, you can have in Skool everything, then you can create your own site with FryCard, like a landing page that you're gonna, or even just have an about us page, and then you can have on Calendly, people can sign up for your one-on-one consultation, and you have covered everything. Or you can use Skool combination with some card where you can have digital products to sell them, or FryCard, and you're good to go. And still it's going to be much better even when you would pay $40 more comparing using Teachable. So just don't use it. And again, you can don't trust me word. Maybe you're gonna be like, yeah, I want to use Teachable, go ahead and do it. But then when you want to create a community and you have to use Facebook, let's go for the last one, that's Discord. And now comes the Discord. So what I don't really like about Discord, that many times it's lacking the professionalism, I would call it. So comparing the Skool, where you have to add a name and profile picture, and other platforms, it seems to me much more, business oriented. Discord is amazing and I would use it if my target audience is maximum up to 25 years old, dropshipping, gaming, and I'm looking even for like free platform that I could use. You could use Discord. And you can see right here how Discord works is that yes, you can have a pages, but it's like, again, like the option for chat, but people can chat there, and you're gonna have, let's say, a readme. So you see right here, this is like the rules. And then you're gonna have a post, but no one can write here. People can read it. There's like a waiting or welcome, whatever. People can just find affiliate links there, everything. With here on that I have like strategy, here you're gonna find all the groups that people can share and post. Now, the huge advantage of Discord is how simple it is to use it. Again, I really like how intuitive it is, that you can add a post, you can upload a file and everything. And then even with Discord, you're gonna have a guest expert or guest speaker here. And that's how it's done, that you can have like a voice call. So for that, really great. Now, what is lacking? Is lacking the post that you would have on Facebook, that people can share posts. In my opinion, it's lacking professionalism. You can't have a membership. To have a membership, you need to use like wob.com or something like that. And again, the next thing, you can have like really the Zoom events that every single week that you would have. You don't have like a calendar here. Other than that, Discord is great platform too, but if you're looking for being professional, I wouldn't use Discord. And that's just my takeaway. Don't trust me. And now comes the summarization of everything and what kind of thing I recommend and what kind of thing I don't recommend. So, summarization. For me, Skool is one of the most easiest platforms out of all. What I like is that how simple it is. Yes, it's like in group chat, but you can have your own membership here. When I come here, I'm going to show you community settings. I can have subscriptions and I can add a price. Really simple. Just adding the price, setting it up is super amazing and great. So for me, Skool is definitely 9 out of 10. The two things that is lacking is that you can't upload your course videos. You have to upload it to Vimeo, through YouTube, and then link it here. And the second thing with Skool is that you don't have the group chat. Other than that, you can have the community posts, you can have the classroom, you can have the calendar where you can have like every week talks. Then you can have members and even like leaderboards here that people can level, and this is going to really great for engagement. Now, on the other hand, with MightyNetworks, the learning curve is a little bit higher. The learning curve is higher, but you're gonna find more features comparing to Skool. Here you're gonna have option to have chat. Here you're gonna have the collections, and in collections you're gonna have spaces. Yes, you can have one collection like you would have one group in Skool, but here you can have, let's say, your marketing manager, and here you're gonna have like multiple collections, and you can have community of marketers. You can have for YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, and under those you can have, let's say, a TikTok course, a Pinterest course. So you can have like multiple collections. So that's just example, and in those you can have spaces. So with MightyNetworks, you can do also live stream. You can have for the specific courses and spaces paywalls. That's something that you can do with Skool. So you can have like paid membership, but you can't have a paid course there. Yes, you can find a way around it, that someone's going to pay on some landing page, like let's say FryCard, and then you're gonna allow it for the member in Skool. You can do it that way if you want to, but again, it's like, you know, it's going to waste your time a little bit. So that's about the MightyNetworks. Circle, again, another amazing platform similar to MightyNetworks, where you're gonna have the collections, but here it's called the space groups. We're gonna click again, add a YouTube, and here you can add a chat, here you can add the events, here you can add also your courses, and you can upload the courses, you can write a post here, add a comment, like, all of that you can do here, so you can test it out too. Now then comes the Kajabi. Kajabi is completely different beast comparing to all. You can edit your own website, you can have your own coaching, courses, podcasts, you can have funnels, email marketing, affiliates. So you can have in Kajabi most of the important things if you want to build a successful business. But the thing is, do you need it? And do you like that it's going to be much more, a little bit more expensive? That's the first thing. And the second thing, the learning curve is much higher. For me, it's too difficult to use because I'm a simple guy. I like to build up my effective website in 3-4 hours and I'm good to go. I don't like to play around with it for like 2 weeks. I don't personally use any funnels at all. I don't like the email sequencing. I'm not like that. Maybe you are. Kajabi is going to be good for you. Then it's going to be the Teachable. Now, Teachable, I don't recommend it at all. Teachable for me is, yes, course creation is really good, but you don't have any community. You don't have the setup, the membership for the community that you could do in a Skool, MightyNetworks, Kajabi, or even that you can do with Circle. Also, the site editing is limited. What you could do is just like set up about page for Skool or just use Kajabi, and that's pretty much it. And then when we go even further, the email marketing is not that great also. But other than that, yes, you can use it. You can have digital downloads, coaching, courses, but to be honest, I don't recommend it. And the last thing is Discord. Discord, again, great option too. But if my target audience would be up to 25 young people, and I don't really want it to be professional, because you see that many people got here that you don't even know what it is, who it is. It's just like an anime picture, whatever. You know, it's okay for free group that you can have like chat with people, but if I want to put another level, have like membership, I would definitely recommend choosing like, let's say, Skool. So that's for me to you. Hope I gave you value. Hope I provided you something meaningful in this video. Thank you very much. And I want to say I like you. Goodbye.